I started a TikTok shop, and this week we're going to be reviewing my analytics. Let's go ahead and get into it. We'll make this real quick. Um, it's not a Sunday; it's actually a Monday. So this video is going to drop on a Monday instead of Sunday. I'd like to do these on Sundays, but I was really busy this Sunday, so I couldn't do it. Beyond that, let's get into it. This week was a huge week for my TikTok shop. Not in terms of sales. I actually did get a few sales by my friends. Subsidized by me, interestingly enough. But I wanted to see if just like having sales would help, and also I wanted to make sure that the fulfillment process is gonna work because, well, firstly, I incorporated instead of just fulfilling the orders myself on these like half polyester, half cotton t-shirts like this and printing them and pressing them myself. I actually got a fulfillment center and I'm using not Printify but Printful to fulfill the orders. And I think that that's going to be a really great move for me because they're going to have higher quality shirts. They have a wider selection of shirts than I can get here. Also, I don't have to fulfill my own orders now. I can just focus on designing and like promoting, basically marketing, right? So I think that that's a position that I would like to be in, and I don't want to have to worry about the fulfillment and shipping for every single order. This is an amazing thing. This is not something that I knew last week when I was filming this video. So a lot can happen in a week, right? Like I started a few weeks ago. I just put my stuff up on a shop because I knew I could do it. My girlfriend Hunter, she's been doing it for a while, and I thought, why not? Why not do it myself? So I did, but in doing all this research, I found out about printing on demand. Printing on demand with Printful, I would definitely suggest that if you were getting into the game, I would look into it if that's something that you're interested in. um, yeah, it's really easy. It took me a few days to kind of like get into a new design process, because this is what building a business is. It's all about um, processes, I feel like. So to get into a good design process was um, took a few days, but other than that, I think I did pretty well, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm excited for the future, and my future with Printful. The reason I went with Printful over Printify is because I learned that the difference between the two is that Printful is one fulfillment center, one, like, I guess I'm sure that they have multiple, but it's one company, and then Printful or Printify is a bunch of Printful is just the or Printify is just the website, and you go to like subcontractors. So it's almost like Fiverr but for print on demand. And you can have, varied experiences. They're all gonna have a different inventory. It's not something that I really wanted to worry about, and I wanted to be able to trust one company to do it. So I know who to hold accountable, and I don't have to keep switching. A lot of people do Printify. I've been watching a few people, they use Printify, but I decided to use Printful instead. So after that, I also used Figma for brainstorming. I've learned that I'm probably going to start to use Figma a lot more. I think that not only is it going to help me if I end up doing UX design, um, or when I end up doing UX design, I'm going to transition to that if this is not generating enough income. I'm going to move into UX design. If not, I think I will. I think that any UX designer would like to have this job of just designing and maybe marketing their stuff. Um, we'll get into my thoughts on marketing a little bit later. Um, but also, what I've learned throughout this and this week is that I really needed to design for black instead of white. I have been putting all my shirts on white just like this, right? Apparently, that doesn't sell. So, one thing I learned this week is that I need to design for black shirts, and that's what really sells. One, a great thing about Printful, Printify, Printful, but Printful that I'm using is that I can get lots of variants, literally up to 4XL, where I was only able to get 3XL. Many different colors. I can do black, red, blue, you name it. I can do it all, right? So, and all I have to do is upload my design, and I think that that's super cool, and that just like brings my business to the next level. That's somewhere that I wanted to get soon. I did not know that it was going to be this quick. So designing for Black, using Figma for brainstorming. I could probably also use it for design, like the graphics, obviously. I haven't gotten to that point where I'm super comfortable just using Figma for my designs. I think I could get there, but I just need to learn Figma a little bit more. That's about it. I've also learned that I need to get a resale license for Printful, so I'm gonna work on getting my LLCs just so I can save a little bit of money, because margins are a lot slimmer on Printful as applied to doing it myself. I think that the quality is a lot better than anything that I would have been able to do. So, and instead of doing sublimation, it's direct to garment. Um, but yeah, I think that's better than anything I could do. But I need to get the margins down, and I think that's going to be an interesting part of the business. I'm actually definitely looking forward to it, like getting started and maximizing profits for myself without raising my prices too much. I don't, I've thought about this a lot. I don't foresee the shop like blowing up all of a sudden. I think that it's going to be steady work, obviously. So, even though I thought about, oh, what if I sell 1 million shirts? That won't happen. I'm going to have to work up to it. So I think that what we're doing here is going to be good. But um, what I've mainly been focusing on again is TikTok promotion. TikTok promotion is the thing that I'm really struggling with, and I think that I've I'm doing better. Um, I talked to a few people over the week. I saw my brother this weekend, and he has been making some videos for me on a different account where we can post whatever music we want. He's feeding that into the actual shop, and I think that that's going to help. As we go through the analytics here, it's going to make a lot of sense. But that's what I wanted to go over first, the things that I learned this week. So let's look at the analytics. So it says here that over the past week I did $126 in sales, which is pretty good. But it was basically me and my friends buying a bunch of stuff. I had to cancel one order because I didn't have shop or TikTok set up correctly where I was doing the shipping, so I could ship through Printful. Um, but instead, TikTok wanted to ship themselves, and that caused an error. So I'm gonna have to my Hunter's sister Skylar. She was buying for me, so we'll have to redo that order. Um, but yeah, we've got we had three buyers. I was one of them. My brother was another, and then Skylar was the other. Um, we sold 4 items. My brother and I each bought. Well, I bought 2. My brother bought 1, and then Skylar bought 1. So that's pretty decent. Product visitors, we had 16, which is up 128% from probably close to 0. So that's pretty good. But where the analytics really pop off are on my channels. Last week we got 1,136 views. We we reached to 922 people. It says that that's the reached audience here on the analytics, and I had 18 profile views, which is pretty good. I'm analyzing each individual video. I have here, my top video. One of my new shirts did pretty well. I got 265 views, which is pretty good. But it's not really anything compared to what my brother did. My brother posted 2 videos. Each one got 700 views, 4 profile views, 66 likes, and 1 comment. That is a lot of engagement. And he posted one yesterday and it got the same amount of views, almost like another 700 views. Maybe they just like to push personal accounts more than, shops. Maybe people just don't want to look at shops. But for whatever reason, he did really well. And yeah, and I think that he's gonna push some traffic to the actual shop through TikTok, which is really dope. And I think that is gonna be I think we're gonna get some sales that way, and I'm very glad that my brother is just likes music, and has just been posting like the shirt, the song, and then it's 2 pictures. One of them's the shirt, one of them's the song, and it's like the caption is finding songs so you don't have to. And I was like, dude, that sounds like a great idea. Go ahead. Here's my account. I'll set you up an account, and he went and did it, and it popped off. Literally better than any video that I've made to date. So that's kind of crazy. On my original channel, I got um over the last few weeks, I think it says that I got here 29 likes, 2 comments, 2 shares, but I'm not real sure. Um or that was engagement. That was engagement. The engagement was 29 likes. So I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that well, especially compared to the 2 videos that my brother made. I think that for some things to work on this week, I said next week in my last videos because it was on a Sunday, going into the week. But today's Monday, so for this week, I think what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna branch out into Etsy. I've been watching a few videos already today, getting back into the game. I think that I'm going to go on Etsy, make a bunch. I was talking about making a bunch of designs last week. I think that I'm going to keep only the best designs on the TikTok shop and the site so we can build that brand. But I want to be able to have a testing place for all of these. And we're going to use the same, Future Money shop, but on Etsy. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to create an Etsy account. Um, Also this week, I just want to mention this. I've been really focusing on doing my own designs and not relying on just like Mid-Journey, right, as much. I find the design process fun. I've been glad to get into design, and now that I'm out of this like setup mode, right? Except I'm gonna have to set up like the Etsy shop, but beyond getting out of the just setup mode, everything's up. The shop, I even redesigned the shop. The shop looks great. Check it out, futuremoneyshop.com. That's the whole thing. Go buy a shirt if you want it. I'll leave the link in the description so that you can check them out. But that's kind of where we are this week. I mean, of course, I really enjoyed making these videos, these update videos. So I'll continue to do it. I think that this is also part of the journey, and to be able to see my where I go and my journey, and um, yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool to catch on video, I guess. But also, I really like YouTube, and if I end up doing this full time, it's just gonna be YouTube, selling shirts, and yeah, I think that hopefully that's enough income. I'll have to get to where I'm at right now. Might take a long time, but I think it's gonna be worth the wait, and hopefully I can do it quick. It's all dependent on me, basically. That's what I like about it, and it really gets me excited. I was really excited last week, and I'm really excited this week. I'm hungry. Um, I'm sure that I will, slow down. When it gets to 6 months, and I'm like, oh, I've only made a few sales. It's gonna be harder. But right now, I'm really hungry. I'm really enjoying it. I know that I might just get discouraged, and I just gotta keep going. Um, it might, hurt my motivation to design, but I think that if I get a good process down, everything's going to be all right, and I can just, it'll be muscle memory for me over, a few weeks. So I'm going to go set up this Etsy shop. I'm going to make as many, I need to do some analysis also with Allura on Etsy so I can look at what's selling on Etsy so I can use that to create more designs in a design process through Etsy, so I can just pump out designs on Etsy, see what hits, and then if stuff's hitting, put it into my shop, and then I'll know that people want this, um, and I can focus on just like promoting it on TikTok, and doing really well. So hopefully we can do that. We've put up more designs this week, and we're doing really well. So I'm excited to see where the week takes us. I will catch you next time. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you want to just chat, leave a chat down below. If you want a shirt, link in the description. These videos are meant to be, a conversation between me and you. So if you have anything to say, please let me know. If you'd like, give it a like. If you're interested in where the journey is going to go, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see every single time I post, since it's not always on a Sunday, even though it should be. So I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Have a good week. And I'll see you next.